Hello everyone, this is Elizabeth at Valley Poultry, going to show you the indoor brooders that we built for ducklings, chickens, whatever. These are no specific size that I can tell you about. They're just built to accommodate these big plastic trays full of chips that you can buy at Tractor Supply. These are rabbit trays, and they're nice and deep, so it holds a lot of poo and water. And it's great because you can just pull it out, dump the chips, rinse it out, refill, and all good to go. These are made, I had my husband add lids this last year so that I can brood little climbers like mandarins and wood ducks. And no real tricky way here. It just falls down into place and holds the top open. This is PVC coated hardware cloth that I get at Amazon. So it's easy on their feet. And the dividers, these are all removable, and I have 2 per pen, so I can make it 1 big pen, 2 sections, or even 3 smaller sections as I need. So that's pretty easy to open and close one-handed, which of course is key when you're trying to put water or whatever inside. We built these so that they were easy to roll outside. We put wheels on it. And we have a gravel driveway, so it rolls right outside, right over to the well, through mud, grass, gravel, whatever. And we can pressure wash it. I like to pressure wash them after every time that they're occupied. But they stay pretty clean on the surface because of the coated PVC. These are call ducklings, and they've been out here, I don't know, just a few days, not very long. They're about a week and a half old. And I felt like they needed more heat than just simply putting the heat lamp on the top of the pen, which I do a lot too. This particular brooder, my husband put a bar across the top so that I can hang heat lamps and put them down a little further so that they get a little bit more heat than just sitting it on the top. These are 100-watt red lights, which I like because it's not as glaring as a white light. And these are from Premier One. These are their deluxe heat lamps. They're cool to the touch, so I really like them. There's no way that they can hurt you, burn you. And then the bulb itself sits way up inside there, so nobody's going to jump up and hit their head. It also comes with a cage that goes across the bottom that I don't have installed. So I could put it even lower and they wouldn't be able to access the lamp, the bulb itself. These are chicken feeders, which I also buy at Premier One. I really like these for the ducklings. They do really great with the Missouri waterfowl starter that I use. And, hi, Barn Kitty. I know, but you can't come in here. There's babies. Oh, sorry, Barn Kitty. Video bomber. Barn Kitty. These waterers, I can't remember if we bought these at Rural King or our local hardware store that sells bird supplies, but they're not that difficult to find. And I like them because it holds a lot of water. And then I put a little bit of the glass beads from the floral department at Walmart so that they don't go synchronized swimming and spill all of their water in less than an hour. I buy shelf liner from Dollar General, and I put that in here and then change it out every day and just throw it in the washing machine so that they have a nice clean place to sleep. These guys have not been in here very long, but as you can see, they've already made quite a little mess, and it's I don't know, just I change it when it starts to get stinky. They can't touch it, so I'm not concerned that they're going to get into it and have any contact with the waste and the grossness. This is the pens that we built, again, to accommodate these plastic trays. These aren't as big from Tractor Supply, and we just use these for winter housing with the cerama. I probably could use it for ducklings, but at the time we weren't planning on using it for ducklings, so we put in hardware cloth, chicken wire, so if the ducklings were really little, they'd squirt right through that. So I haven't used it for ducklings, but I'm sure that I could. I tend to not like to use the top row because it's so hard to access. I have to use a ladder. And I tend not to like the bottom row because then I have to squat down and my knees really complain. I like also the elevation of these so I can put supplies in Tupperwares over the winter. Keeps them nice and clean. And I need the extra floor space in here because it's not a very big room and it's not climate controlled. I do have windows in here so it gets lots of natural daylight. It just doesn't get any direct sun, which would affect the overall temperature. And if it's really chilly, every once in a while we get these weird late winters, I can just plug in a little space heater out here. I use the fan forced ones to just put out enough heat to keep it warm in here without getting hot. Then the next stage of their development, they will go out to a wet brooder. And if you look at my videos, I've got a little tour of my wet brooders. But it'll be a little bit longer now before I put them out. I like them to be a little bit older than this, although I'm sure they would have the time of their lives out there. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm out to do chores.